Hello, this is Piedra Luna. Today I'm having a different video setting. I'm actually just videotaping this using my hand. I'm gonna get another um, way of holding my phone so I can actually get the camera closer to the cards, because I received a comment from one of the viewers that they would like to see the cards up close. But I really thought that Pisces needed to hear this message for the month, and that it wouldn't mind if I was preferring content over form for this one. I hope you don't mind. So here we go for the spiritual lessons for Pisces for February 2021. What you're seeing here at the top are actually the 6 cards that represent the influences. Actually, it's divided into two. These two, the Moon and the Eight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands with the Nine of Cups, and the Knight of Cups with the Ten of Cups. These 3 sets of influences actually have the influence, apart from having the influence of the moon, which is the ruling planet of Pisces, and that's why we have here as the first card of tarot, the moon, because tarot cards actually have a correspondence with the zodiac signs and each of the weeks of the month. And they also reflect the energy that we're receiving, the planetary energy that we're receiving during different time frames. So the energy of the moon and the energy of the Eight of Cups will tell us what is more or less the energy that the person that is born during this time, which is February 19th to the 28th, with the energy of Saturn, and Saturn being an energy, a denser energy than the other planets. It usually brings a bit tougher life experiences, but actually there are life experiences that really help us evolve like no other sign does. So it's a quick way to enlightenment and to spiritual growth for sure. So here I'm feeling that the people born during this time are experiencing this feeling of, from the cards that I'm seeing here, and I'll be explaining each of them, how the energy is going and how these energies are influencing your month of February. What I see here is, regardless of the situation that I might be describing, for each of you is going to be different. But I see here that you're debating and you're making decisions as to where your life is heading, as to I see you making a lot of decisions, or you feel like you're lacking direction and you're actually stuck. Here I see that you're trying to probably accommodate everybody's needs, and by just trying to be like the to take the higher road on this could be on regards to family life, it could be in your workplace, it could be either like your family life, as in your with you and your wife and your kids, or with your siblings, or with your parents. But I see here that you're, maybe for the people born during this time, you're seeing there's a theme of family here. But again, business can be family as well, so if that resonates, then this is for you. But I see that you're feeling stuck, and I was wondering why. What are the clues as to why this person is feeling stuck? And you're not just feeling stuck like you see here in this card, which is the Eight of Swords, but you're actually maybe being slightly passive aggressive, because you're feeling the pressure that you need to make everybody happy, or you need everything to go perfectly well. But what is not working here, or the thing that is blocking you, or is that is making you feel uncomfortable and is making it difficult for you to make a decision into which direction you should be going, is that it seems that you need to be um, finding a balance between these two energies, the energy of the Empress and the energy of the Emperor. By the energy of the Empress is that of our passions, is that of the things that we love, is of course the family life. But it's an energy, compared to the one of the Emperor, is more of a receptive energy. And I see here that you need to either balance, depending on which place you're at in your life. You could either be lacking the passion on what you're doing, and that is what is bringing this existential crisis that I'm feeling that you're having right now, where you're trying to balance everything and you're trying to manifest something that is perfect for you and for everybody around you, that it's affecting what you feel like this decision that you need to make is going to affect a lot of people. And because of that, that you want to balance everybody in the equation, there seems to be an imbalance on regards to you balancing what you love, what your passions are, where your heart is, and what you want to nurture, what you want to grow with, and because the Empress is about abundance, and how to manifest that, and to be, not only to wish and to long for it, and to have that dreamy inspiration, or that dream, or that illusion, or that project, that top of the hill goal, but also to manifest it, to also put your plan together and actually start doing the steps that you need to take. Or maybe you're on the other side, you're doing a lot of work, you're being very productive, very structured, but you're forgetting to be artistic, or you're forgetting to nurture yourself. And this is creating a great balance, and oh, I'm sorry, a great imbalance that you need actually um, to to wait down and to sit down and really analyze what's not working for you, that you're feeling this energy, that you're feeling stuck, that you're feeling passive aggressive, that you're feeling you have a lack of direction, that you're absolutely overwhelmed, or it seems, about this decision. Maybe this is not your case. Now, if this is not your case and this does not resonate, then check the rest of the other influences. Those that might be actually more of the influence you're getting. But if it feels like you, then again, the calling, the spiritual lesson for this month is to find. Sorry, my hand is shaking a little. But I just wanted to make sure that this time you could see, everybody could see the cards better. Make sure you're marrying your passions with the long-term actions that you want to take into. And this is for the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a manifester, but he manifests his reality, and he knows that joy is just as important to manifest as the coins, as the diamonds, as the assets, as the large bank account. That if you don't have your passions, you could have all the other things, but if you don't have that, then you're really missing out in life. And you know that well. If well being If you have the, depending on your chart as well, but usually people that are born during or with the influence of Pisces, they can relate a lot to something that feels passionate and soulful in a way. So if you do not solve this obstacle that you're facing, or this situation, or this existential crisis that you might be heading, or that you're facing right now, without your passion, and that your passion marries your actions, and that you're balancing your heart with your work, maybe it's that, maybe you're not having enough all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Maybe you need to have more fun. Maybe you need to balance more, or maybe you're being on the side of excess, of too much pleasure, and you need to get a bit serious. But this, of course, this imbalance that you're having in your life is what is making it difficult for you to make decisions as to what really is it, where and which direction you want to head. And the recommendation is that you need to fully commit to your passions in order to have something that grows and it's sustained, and that you have actually the drive to keep on doing it. Because if you keep waiting and stalling and procrastinating on making a decision, because here what I see is that a long procrastination of a decision that needed to be made, that the longer you wait, the denser the decision, or the denser even the subject gets for you. And eventually, some hearts are going to be broken, or some contracts are going to be broken. If this is about business, don't miss the opportunity to put your passion, or to drive your life by your passions as well, in order to have something fulfilling and soulful, and that has a good structure, because that's also a part of life that is just as important than having a solid structure is that it has a heart and it has passion, so that it holds everything together. Whatever we're talking about, your personal life, your home life, business, um, things that of course we invest a lot of our time and hours and attention and energy on. So do not waste the opportunity to marry your passions with your projects, so that you can actually uh, get to where you want to be, and feel better. Okay, now we go for the spiritual lessons for the people born in Pisces from March 1 to the 10th, which is actually the influence of Jupiter. And the cards that represent that energy are the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Cups. Both are cards. The Queen of Wands, she's a manifester. She manifests her desires into reality. So she's one of the major manifestors, along with the Magician, and as well as the King of Wands and the tarot deck, and the Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. And that's exactly the energy of Jupiter, is wishes fulfilled, is that strike of luck, that Hail Mary. Jupiter is about good luck, just like divine providence. Just when you needed it the most, you get that divine help, and that like second wind. So the energy or the life lesson that you would have in this life, like in general throughout your entire life, not only for February, would be that of accomplishing your wishes, realizing your projects. Of course, that's something very important for everyone, but you actually, on this life, you have a great influence and a great chance actually of accomplishing this. And this is what's on your mind, on your spiritual quest, on and you're not in a, if you're not in a spiritual quest yet, on your quest and for relationships, for work. I mean, you're looking to have the best job, that where you feel inspired, and the best relationship. That's always a focus on your mind, and is very important for you. And it's something actually that in this life you have a great chance of achieving that, if you play your cards well, of course. And that doesn't mean that only the people born during this time I have that extra help. Of course, we all have the potential, but these people especially have this influence. People born during Pisces during this time, and probably throughout your life, you can probably feel you can remember times in your life when you just had that strike of luck that got you one step forward into where you wanted to get. You can actually recognize that you have like that good luck on your side most of the time, or just when you needed it the most. So for February, the life lessons that you are to overcome, what I see you is the energy that I see you doing. Maybe again, this might not represent everybody under this sign, but because you have such an influence of wishes fulfilled, and you have been able to actually manifest a lot of things in your life, and of course that it also depends on the other influences you have in your personal chart. But in general, I see that you are doing well. Well, those of you that are doing well, you're still wondering, and you're being reminiscent or nostalgic during the month of February, if you've been able to make the best out of the opportunities that you've gotten, if you made the right decisions, if when you were in front of crossroads in your life, if you decided properly, if what I see you doing is wondering if the decisions that you've taken, if they have gotten you the best gift that you could actually get, or the best satisfaction. And that's what you've been wondering, if the steps that you've taken to walk away from certain things, to walk away, that you've had probably opportunities, like here with the Queen of Pentacles upside down, opportunities that you walked away from, maybe from work, maybe from a house that you wanted to buy, maybe from a job, maybe from a relationship. So you're wondering about the things that you didn't choose. Exactly, that's the energy that I feel. You're wondering and you're being nostalgic about the things that you did not choose, and you're wondering how your life would be right now if you've made those decisions, if you've gone instead of path A where you are right now, if you've taken plan B, and how your life would be right now. And there's a sense, maybe, of here what I feel of a loss by the five of cups, with the cup with some of the spilled milk, of the spilled milk card. um exactly of that you're wondering, what if I have done that, if I had taken that route, if I had, instead of chosen this partner, I have chosen the other one for work or for relationships. And there's of course some truth that is coming to your mind, that you're getting real about all the decisions that you made along your way. And it's causing you a bit of, it's shaking down your earth, the ground beneath your feet, because you're, maybe you've come to a time in your life when you got real and you said, you know what, this decision that I took, and that I didn't take this way, or I didn't go with this person, or I didn't choose this other, this relationship, actually it meant more for me than I realized that it meant. So there's a sense, a bit of mourning for all the paths and the that you didn't take, or the relationships that you didn't continue. And you're wondering, if you've done the proper thing, if you were the white, if you were the hero in the story, if you've been accountable with yourself. That's what I see you doing during this month. If you're under the influence of Jupiter, March 1st to the 10th. So that's what I see, and it does relate a lot with your energy, of course, because you embody that energy of wishes fulfilled. So right now, because wishes and directions are the thing of your life path, you're wondering if you've taken the right decisions. And so I wanted some more clarifiers, and I got this as like the recommendations. The recommendations is that with this card that you see here, um, the Ten of Swords in reverse, this for me means that you're really, really going a bit nuts in your mind about all these things that I'm describing, about all the choices that you've made in the past, what you didn't choose, how your life would have been if you've taken a different path. And the recommendation is just to that you're a reminder, actually, that you are where you're meant to be, and that it's okay to, or not, the word is not okay, it's actually, well, yeah, of course everything's okay, but it's just a reminder that that is part of life. Anytime you make a decision, do you go this road instead of the other road, yes, you are choosing something, but as well you're losing something, because you cannot have everything all at once, especially for situations that are opposing, or cannot be they're not complementary in life. Like relationships, I mean, you have to choose one person. You cannot be with the three different guys or girls that you were dating because you liked the three of them. You have to commit to something, and when you commit to something, yes, okay, you still had maybe some feelings from I don't know, guy number three or girl number three, but at the end, what matters is that you have to make a choice of what you want to commit to, and that is, you commit to one way in order to be able to fulfill something thoroughly. And to walk a path thoroughly, you have to walk one path at a time. You cannot do all the paths at once. And by that, yes, you're going to lose some things. There's some roads you won't see. Uh, you're going to grow old with one person and not with all the ones that you met along the way. And that is part of life, and that is actually okay. Um, you're also beating yourself up because it was kind of like a complex energy. So I asked for more cards, and I got the same card from the first one. So this is validation that yes, the cards are right. We're on the right way. What I see you here doing as the clarifiers that I got here is that you're wondering if you pursued your wishes or your desires properly, if the decisions that you took in the past were the right ones. You're also considering if you might have been foolish on some of the decisions that you made. You broke some people's hearts because you took one way and not the other. And so those are like things that are going through your mind. Maybe there were decisions between the rational queen and what was rational, what was logical, what was practical, and what actually was something that more that called to your heart, but it was possibly very impractical. And you're wondering if how your your overall life, your commitment, your finances, how you're feeling, your satisfaction, your joy would have been if you have taken another road. So maybe you are possibly thinking, and this is the card of, and this again is another card that we see again from the reading, the cards that I got here. Again, the Six of Cups is actually is nostalgia, things from our past. So you might be thinking about someone in particular that you're wondering about how my life would have been if I had stayed with this person and not with the other person. And you're also beating yourself up if did I do the right thing? Was I don't know, would my parents be proud of all the decisions that I've taken in my life? I feel here like a sense of tradition and of doing things right. And again, thinking about once again the wish is fulfilled, which is a card of your sign and your planetary influence. And what the cards say, because I ask, okay, so did this person actually do something wrong? Did you lose? Do you need to mend the path somehow? And the answer that I get is actually that you should not beat yourself up. At the time when you took the decisions that you took them based the on the life experiences that you had back then, on how you were feeling, how the situation was. Uh, you probably gave it a really good thought, and you decided what you decided because of the path. I mean, the level at what you were in which you were in that moment in your life. And that was correct. And you are actually in the right place, as long as, of course, that also depends on you personally. How are you feeling on your life, or how does it feel right now? But again, the recommendation is not to, instead of living in a fantasy world of what could have been, and you're constructing castles in your mind about what your perfect future would be, or how your future would be right now if you're taking different decisions. I mean, just make the best with what you have right now. Know that you made the right decisions with the tools and the knowledge that you had back then, and that you actually, I don't see that you owe anybody anything. Maybe if some of the decisions that you made, they broke somebody's heart, I mean, you can say a prayer and say, I'm very sorry that if I caused anybody any pain, or this person, maybe it was someone that you actually loved, and you felt like you broke their heart because you decided on someone else, or something like that. Just send them love, and maybe in the next life, maybe you'll be with this other person in the next life. But just don't beat yourself up, because it seems that you have studied this long and hard. I mean, you've been overthinking a lot, and it feels like you are in the place that you should be, because those you took the decisions that were based on you. I mean, on what you wanted and what felt right. And of course, there's always this mourning, and this when we look and we start having, I don't know, like an existential crisis of what my life could have been, what my life would be right now if I had taken different decisions in my past. But I don't feel like you're in a wrong place, and just it's just this these understanding that it, and this is for all of us, for everybody, all the signs, is that we need to learn that, of course, every decision means we're saying no to something. Whatever we're saying yes to, we're saying no to something else, because we have to choose a path, and that means having our energies dedicated into one north, so that we can actually accomplish something thoroughly and put all our heart and our effort in it. So that would be for you. Okay, so for the last part of the Pisces influence, which is the influence actually of Mars, on Pisces, and so it's Moon and Pisces. Actually, Moon being the, of course, the general ruler of Pisces. But for the people born from March 11th to the 20th, you actually also have the influence of Mars in your chart, and it's a very interesting combination of energies, because then you have the emotions of Pisces and the moon energy of, and the moon, it's always emotions and our subconscious and our deeper yearnings, combined with the energy of Mars. And Mars is it's a doer. Mars is a cardinal planet, is a planet of Aries, and Aries is the starter of the whole zodiac sign. So it has an energy of grounding and building. So that is actually how this energy is reflected in this card. This card is of the happy life, the marriage, the the rainbow at the end of the road. And of course, when you marry someone and you want to make a life with them, you have that combination of those two energies. You have that energy of um, love. And of course, here we can avoid, of course, looking at the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a romantic. It's very has a lot of chivalry. It would be the knight that would look for the Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail of relationships as well. This is a combination of an energy, of course, very important for people. Now, this doesn't mean that everybody born under during this time has the influence of the following energy of wanting to make a family life and to finding the perfect partner. It could be work wise. I mean, you could marry your job, or you could have ONG, or it could be something, of course, but it does have an energy of something that you really have, that has your heart in it. And that, of course, can be your company when you're the owner. I mean, this is like your baby, whatever it is. So, that's the influence, and it's very interesting because when now the recently that I realized that I had the influence of Mars and on Pisces, is that this is the energy that you would need, that a man needs to decide that he wants to, or a woman, of course, but mostly it's an energy of male, because I mean, generally in most of our culture, it is usually men that are a bit more hesitant to marry than women. Not That's not always the case, but I mean, in broad general terms, of course. And this is the energy of a man that knows he wants to spend the rest of his life with someone, and that he's going to make it happen. So that's what I mean. Or that's when you have such a commitment. I mean, you're committing your life to this, be it a person. And of course, what bigger commitment than deciding this is going to be the person for me for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't have it any other way, and I have to do it right now, because if not, I'm going to lose the opportunity, or I don't want this person that I love so much to be single anymore. I mean, I want them to not to miss the opportunity to make a life with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this happen. So that's the energy of the people born during this influence. Again, I'm giving you the example of the happy life and the marriage, because that's the influence was the easiest thing, sorry, to see on the card. But again, it could be business, it could be your life project, it could be your hobbies, it could be maybe you have a community work project as well, because this card and Pisces as well is also, it has a lot of humanitarian energy on it. So for you who are born during this time, what I see as your life lesson for this month, what I'm seeing here, and maybe this does not, seems like very specific to some people. If this is not specific for you, maybe the other influences are having an influence on your life right now. Or also check out your ascendants. Most people know what their sun sign is, but not everybody knows what their ascendant is. And their ascendant is just as important. It gives a lot of clues about the way we approach life. And you can, I mean, just go on Google and just get yourself a free birth chart, and you can get your ascendant. So you can check your ascendant as well, and the rest of the spiritual horoscopes that I'm putting on my channel. So I'm saying that because your message is very specific. I see here that you, and here next to the card, like the best happy ending card, the first card of your reading is the Ten of Pentacles. So the energy that I'm mostly seeing is that actually you're not doing bad at all. You're doing well in life. It seems things are happening for you. You're not having to second guess yourself. You don't have to unveil secrets in order to get things going. You've been doing all your hard work, and it's paid off. I mean, you have enough success from your job. I mean, you're stable. The accounting is stable. Feels like things are really going well for you. It seems like you're also getting like a strike of luck, even from maybe from justice, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you got a tax return or some money back that was owed to you, and it's given back to you, and you feel like the scales are really much in your favor. And because of the influence of your sign of being this compassionate, and this, of course, Pisces being a sign very of Christ-like energy of compassion, the humanitarian, of it's more of the energy of Pisces has an easier time connecting to everyone by in emotion than other signs. Like your heart stretches out very easily to other people and other people's pains. And the life lesson here that I see, or the influence that you're having more or less, is that it is time, now that you've been doing so well, it is time for you to give back, because it's you've been quite lucky. Oh, sorry. You've been quite lucky, and things have been doing well for you. And sorry, the light went on off. Need to fix out the setting with this phone. I'm trying to find the best way to showcase these little cards. But I'm sure you probably don't mind the problems with the video sometimes, because I would think that form, and I mean content, would be more important than form. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy here. Yeah. Okay, we got the light back on. So what I was saying is that I see that you're having a tendency to wonder, or like an urge to give back to your community, to give back, because you've been so lucky and you're doing well, and maybe you're not Bill Gates right now, but you feel like you have an extra in your pocket that you don't need, and that you could stretch it to other people that are in need. And it really feels like this would be the spiritual lesson for you. And I checked for other cards and to see if there were more messages, and basically I got the same message. I did get like a confirmation of something else, like see here again, the 10 of Pentacles is the cards that you got, the 8 of Pentacles. I mean, you're doing well because you're invested your time well, you've been working hard. But I also see here with this card, the 5 of Pentacles that you also got here when I was asking about what is this legal situation here, is that you have also been through difficult situations. Okay, now you're doing pretty well, but you know how it feels to be having a hard time, for the bank account to be on zero, or to be one step from being homeless. You know the feeling, and you've overcome it, and you had like great help, and things got better for you. You received help from others, and you feel right now, and this, if this is your case and this is your influence, then the life lesson for you for this month is that the universe it's encouraging for you is to be humanitarian, to be solidarious with others, to extend out and reach out to others, because now you're doing better, and to help them out a bit, and whatever you can, to give them that just sufficient amount of food or nurture, or the sweater that they needed, or whatever comfort that you know one really needs when you're having a hard time, because you've been there, you've been on that side. It's just to extend just a bit of hope to others. And you know, I mean, you already walked your way. You're no longer struggling, and because you've had that strike of luck of things going really well, and business going well, and situations really turning out well for you, because the moon, I mean the chariot is a card of victory as well. And 2 of Cups is a card, of course, it can be either, of course, marriage, or which could be the case, maybe you're happily married, and you're feeling this love, this compassionate love, and this urge to be humanitarian. Maybe that's your case. Or you really striked some luck on some business that you did recently, and you want to give back to the community. So that would be the spiritual lesson for you. All right, so that's the end for Pisces. I hope, Pisces, you don't mind all the shaking of the screen, and my bad, I was trying to show the cards closer. I'm gonna have to figure this out, how I can show the cards without making you dizzy. But again, if there's a lot of movement on the screen, then you can just listen to the message, right, for your zodiac for this month. All right, I hope that was helpful. Blessings.